This is a $1.2 billion per year brand, and I'm going to show you Grunts in this video. You probably heard about this brand already. Now, Grunts is a supplement brand, and they have a very small customer journey with no pages at all. They sell one product and they have one customer avatar. And I'm going to show you how simple customer journey can still get you 4 to 5% conversion rate on a monthly basis, and it's going to help you big time when it comes to the scaling side of things. If you're stuck between 1 or 2% conversion rate, you want to take your store to like 4, 5, 6% on a monthly basis. You want to increase your average order value. You don't have a proper customer journey. You don't have a proper flow when people come to your PDP pages. This is going to be extremely helpful for your e-commerce store, regardless if you're on Shopify, WordPress, BigCommerce, doesn't really matter. It's all about the education and the customer journey side of things. If you don't know me, my name is Daniel. I've been doing this for 12 plus years in the CRO space when it comes to Shopify, WordPress, and BigCommerce. I'm going to show you the tips and tricks that we use in order to scale e-commerce stores to 4, 5, 6% on a monthly basis. Let's jump right into it. All right, guys. So this is a $1.2 billion brand, and this is one of the simplest customer journey I've seen for any brand that actually scaled over $1 billion. Now, I'm going to talk about when Grunt started, and that was over roughly around like 7 to 8 years ago. They started working on the Amazon store first, and then they actually rebuilt the whole customer journey for their PDP pages as well. It's a very simple, very short customer journey. They have one customer avatar. Now they added 2 more. Of course, like they have like the adults and they have kids as well. But in the very beginning, they were just selling like adults product. But regardless of the customer avatar, it's all about what the user flow looks like in a consumer when they come on your website. Do they trust your brand? That's the whole game around it. So first thing first, this is actually their product page, their landing page, their website, everything in one place. They don't have any like home page. They don't have like much about like any sub pages. They want to focus on one customer journey, and that's how they want to sell it. There's nothing wrong with that. So of course, like they're offering limited time offer for 52% off. And let's see what are some of the things that you actually see as a consumer when you land on the page. First thing is, of course, the offer, which I already showed you. They're talking about a problem, and then they're talking about a solution. Most e-commerce brands don't even have this thing alone. So if you are selling, let's say, scented candles, or if you're selling a coffee, or if somebody is purchasing, let's say, a t-shirt from you, right? Every product can have a very specific solution. You just got to find that gap in the market and how you actually say it. So if in here, you can see it says you have nutrition's gap, Grunts fills them. Grunts became very famous because it's a kind of like an all-in-one supplement. So it has like 60 ingredients, 21 vitamins, and minerals. So it's kind of like an all-in-one gummy vitamin that you can actually take, and it tastes good. And of course, like it helps you. 6-gram fiber, 3x more than leading green powders. Third-party and clinical tested. So their green powders, they're just like targeting AG1 and big billion-dollar companies right here. No powder, no pills, no blender, just daily tasty gummies. 100 gummies sold, 100 million gummies sold. Save 50% plus free shipping. Try it risk-free for 30 days. You can do 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Doesn't really matter. When it comes to like the offer side of things, it's itself giving away a risk-free guarantee. It actually works out a lot. I tested it with a lot of brands that I personally work with. And the way that it works is always return rate is always like less than 2 or 3% unless you have a really horrible product. If you have a good product, you know about your product, you know like, hey, it's going to help people a lot. Guess what? You can do like 90-day guarantee and it will still work out for you. 4.8 stars from 85,000 reviews, 1 million plus members. There's no lie about it. Grunts has been in the game for a long time, so their social proofing is on point. Of course, like some logos around like, hey, they're where they were featured. This is very old stuff. I don't personally use it regardless of how big the brand is, because a lot of startup companies uses this, and this was very 2015, 16 when Shopify actually came into the game, and a lot of stores started doing these logos just to build some authority. Authority doesn't really matter if you have a good customer journey. That's what it is. Grunts doesn't have to use this, but they use it. But whatever. The main thing is like, hey, how can we educate a consumer? That's the main point, and that's what it should be. So transform your health. Over 35,000 research publications support the ingredient in grunts. They're talking about a pain point and they're talking about a solution with their actual product. Now, this is a pretty funny 3D looking gummy, but it's a good concept. They're standing out. I think like just in 2026, I saw like more than 100 brands just copy pasted the exact same customer journey. When you're taking something from the brand, or if you want to replicate a brand, you want to do it in your own way. You don't want to just like replicate the exact same like copy paste, and then there's no difference between you and the main competitor that you're competing against. You have to stand out. You have to build your own authority in your specific niche, and it works out really good. Of course, like we copy a lot of things from grunts, but none of our landing pages look like this exactly. We will copy the journey, but not the visuals. So I hope this answers some of your questions. Anyways, modern living leaves our body deficient. 90% of US adults and like 60% Americans, they're talking about the pain point again. They keep repeating pain point from here. They're talking about the pain point right here. They're talking about the pain point exactly. This is like to the core. Like most bodies leaves, modern living leaves our bodies deficient. So they're talking about like, hey, what is happening in today's life? And that's basically what they're targeting. They're like telling you like, hey, our bodies are deficient. You need vitamins that is like an all-in-one vitamin. That's what they're trying to do. Snackable, packable, tested. Here's the more research around like what people are saying and what are some of the results. Again, talking about a pain point, talking about a solution. Now, their competitor directly with IM8, AG1, these big brands. And the way they want to stand out is this is like a packable, or like this is, they talked about this on the top of the page. There's no powders, no pills, no blender, right? You can literally put these in your pocket and you can eat it whenever. Okay, so that's how these guys are standing out. They could have done the same thing AG1 is doing, IM8 is doing. They are not doing that. They're like standing out because they want to be their own behemoth. That's basically what it is. Quality you can test. Our gummies are regularly tested for 21 vitamins and minerals. Again, they're talking about like some research behind the product itself. And this is the actual buy box area. Now, this is where the sale happens. So, of course, like they're talking about the infographics here. Really good stuff. We use a lot of infographics for a lot of brands we work with. We have Grunt Superfood Gummies. Again, talking about the pain point, why the product is beneficial for your health. Now, this is a step-by-step process of like how you purchase a product. I'm going to go in a little bit more detail because this is important. This is your main selling point. You can have this buy box on the top of the page, or you can talk about the pain point first, and then you can actually have a buy box at the bottom of the page or the middle of the funnel when it comes to your customer journey. So multiple ways of doing that, not a problem. So select flavor, they have original flavor, they have a strawberry vanilla, which just came out. And these guys actually partner with Olipop, which is another beverage company. And they're talking about like a sugar level, sugar-free or low sugar. And as you can see right here, if I scroll through these tabs, it changes the actual packaging. Really important stuff. A lot of brands, when they actually come on the call with me, they talk to me. They're like, hey, bro, I have these options. I have these custom variants. I want to sell all of these products, but none of my pictures switch. Like, this is like very basic stuff that you should know. So buy 2, save 5%, subscribe and save. This is the first offer they're throwing at you. So subscribe and save, 28 packs each for 4 weeks. Fast and free shipping, pause and cancel anytime, 30-day guarantee, $42.64. One-time purchase is 28 packs delivered once. No free shipping, discount on first order only. Now, they're giving away 50%, a 52% discount only on subscribe and save. So this is the exact offer we saw on the top of the page. This is the exact offer we see right here. Limited time offer, save up to 52%. Very important thing. Works out really good if you're pushing more products to the subscription. Limited time auto discounted, applied. If I click on one-time purchase, it hides that notification that you see below the CTA. 30-day guarantee, clinically approved, HSA, FSA eligible. And then they have some objection handling into these FAQ section. Why grunts, ingredients, low sugar versus free sugar. What are the ingredients when it comes to like the carb side of things? when it comes to sugar free and like low sugar. And they're talking about like the calorie count with the visual, really unique features, science and certifications, directions, benefits of using the actual product. A lot of things that when it comes to the objection handling, most brands doesn't even know what an objection handling is. And in 2026, most product pages are sales pages. So you got to think it as your company, not just a e-commerce brand or like, hey, I sell supplements. No, you are a sales company. You need to make sure that you push out more product than everybody else in the marketplace. So you got to do objection handling. If you're not going to do objection handling, well, guess what? You're going to have a lower conversion rate. This is what is happening here. They're talking about like, hey, this is what it tastes like. Strawberries, sweet greens, fresh and light, right? They're talking about like, hey, this is what it tastes like because I'm buying this online. I don't even know how this gummy tastes like. Okay, it is green and it's very dark green. A lot of people will be like, oh, I don't like the color of this, right? So guess what? Objection handling. Packed with whole veggies, whole food, vitamins, mineral, adaptogens. They're talking about like the breakdown of the actual stuff that is included into the product itself. Right here, we're talking about like the nutrition facts. A lot of brands uses this. I saw it in the supplement space. Works out really good. Talking about the social proofing right here. Tasted value versus powders. Again, targeting AG1 benefits, ingredients, convenience. They're categorizing the reviews based on the feedback from the customers. Again, we're doing objection handling here, okay? A lot of people will not be triggered when it comes to ingredients or convenience or taste. A lot of people have questions around like, hey, how does it taste like? Right? So you want to do objection handling everywhere as much as possible. Again, they have a UGC content based on the categorization. They're talking about the value. They're talking about the green powders, ingredient, benefits, convenience, right? They've been talking about this like from the very top of the page all the way to the down. They are properly categorizing it so you can actually see what the product is and why these guys are selling it. Really important, guys. Us versus them. Talking about generic vitamins, talking about, again, they're targeting AG1, and they're talking about Grunz itself when it comes to the comparison section. This is their new flavor, so they're talking about it. Here, this is a social proof of an expert. So it's from like Shaun White, is a gold medalist for the snowboarding. But regardless of like the celebrity, it's all about just like adding more social proofing as much as possible. And then we have last piece, which is just the objection handling of when the product is going to be arrived, what inside it's each order, when will I feel something. So you want to talk and educate the consumer. The footer is not working, so I can't really review it, but this is basically the whole breakdown of it. So if I switch to the kids side of things, this is a whole different user experience. When it comes to like the UX side of things, it's a totally different UX. And the reason why this UX looks so different than the actual main page is because you want to make sure that the customer avatar, even though a parent is buying this product for their kids, they want to actually showcase the families, they want to showcase the kids and why it's important for the kids. Okay, want to keep this video short, but you can actually check out this page as well. It's totally different customer avatar, even though it's kids. But again, they want to talk about that pain point. Same thing they are doing here. Veggies, taste, benefits, ingredient, nutrition gaps for people's kid. This is one of the biggest problem in the market right now. People feed their kids more veggies and kids don't like veggies, right? So they're not getting their nutrition. There's a nutrition gap in the marketplace. So this is how their Grunz is actually solving this problem. So if you're stuck between 1 to 2% conversion rate, you want to take your store to the next level. You want to create sales pages and not just like a landing page or a product page, which you don't have any idea of like what you're doing, and you're just throwing money at building out random landing pages, testing out offers. You have to build a sales page that talks about a problem in the marketplace and why your product has a solution. You can contact me. My calendar link is right below this video. Schedule a free call with me. Let's talk about your brand and how we actually scale it to the next level. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.